All statements are theories and opinion, with a little bit of speculation. They are based off of facts obtained from reliable sources, also obtained from records off the internet, or some shit like that. Sounds pretty cool, right?
Hi, guys. Just a second here. Oh, my. Okay. Woo, y'all. I have been so upset. I've been sitting here talking to myself. That's how upset I am. All right. I'll say all that again. I'm sorry. I am very upset this afternoon because right now, thank you for saying that, Pea Butterfly, because, I mean, I've been talking for, let's see, it's 1:56. I've been talking for about 10 minutes to dead air. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I'm pretty upset this afternoon, and that's why I didn't even add myself to the stream. Because right now, Cher is online live over there with Billy Joe, of course. Aren't they always hanging out? And she has 250 people watching. 250 people watching that train wreck and mess of lies. And it is just heartbreaking. And there's so many people, like me, who really do care and want to know where Quinton is. We want to know what happened to him. We want to locate some sliver of that baby so he can have a proper burial and closure and justice so somebody can get arrested. We know who. And Cher's over there hanging out, having a great time with the grandmother. And it makes me sick. Literally sick. I've been thinking a lot about Diana McCarta, his babysitter. And She, puts up information on her TikToks a lot. She's a very sweet lady. Very sweet lady. Quinton was very blessed to have at least her and, her daughters in his life. But, they pointed the finger at her first, remember? The big blow up. And then there's, Henry Bubba Moss, Quinton's father. Can you imagine within a week's time finding out that your son is missing and then your mother dies and then your father dies? Gets hit by a vehicle, a hit and run. Could you imagine that? I think my audio is okay now, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, two tragedy pimps are online right now. And I may have picked the worst time to try to go live because people would rather watch a train wreck and a Jerry Springer-like thing than real live. And I'm feeling very discouraged, very discouraged. Make it make sense. Why are there 250 people over there having a great time with the grandmother, the one person who knew that Leilani was not safe? And they're all loving on her. Cher put up a wish list for her, Amazon wish list, and cash apps. The grandmother's collecting money and gifts and jewelry. Somebody bought her a ring. I went in there for when she first went on live, I was on there for about 2 seconds and maybe 10. And I was just like, I was so grossed out by it. I of course I left, but just to see, what was peek my head in, because that's what they do to me. I'll see who's watching and I'll see the number go up 1 for 30 seconds or so, and then they'll pop back out. That's all they're doing. They're just peeking. People do that all the time. So, Bubba Moss has been going through hell. He has no idea where his son is or who killed him. And we're not talking about Danny. We're talking about Bubba. His mother died shortly after Quinton went missing. And then, let me see the date on this. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Put this over here. There we go. All right. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of Janet Jackson today while getting ready. Okay, so right there. Just got to make sure my windows are moved where I need them. I think I need a third monitor. Okay, so we have this one right here. That's a huge ad, isn't it? It's the biggest ad I've ever seen. So, Henry Dale Moss Sr. is Quinton's grandfather on his father's side. It says 7:20 a.m. Wednesday, and this was posted on November 3rd. So, less than a month after his son There's that incognito option too. Where? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. So within a month, he lost his, let me see here. How about that for a headline that'll break your heart? That's really sad. And when it happened, I remember Cher's reaction and Billy Joe's reaction was, they didn't care. They didn't care at all. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I did not know that. Well, it's not like I would ever actually watch, but I'm not sure what. I know there's a difference between impressions and views. I've been, because I've done graphic design and web design for many years, so I know the difference between an impression and a view. An impression is this. That's an impression. See all these thumbnails that are presented to me? These are presented to me as a viewer. These are called impressions. It registers as an impression on my account because that just showed up on my page. A view is, I'm not going to click on any music. A view is when you actually click on one. So I am here and I will just do my thing. If so right now there's bigger channels on and I'm feeling very discouraged. Usually I have a much better amount of people in here, but 3 other huge channels are on live right now. So 2 are tragedy pimps and 1 is a friend of theirs. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. People can still watch my recap thing later. All right, so again, Bubba lost his mother, his son, and then his mother, and then his father within a 7-day period. 7 days. And that is just horrific to think about. And I think it showed his picture down here. No, I'd have to play that, and I don't want to play this news article because news will strike you quicker than anything. I wanted to show you his mother was beautiful. So Quinton's grandmother on his father's side was very, very beautiful. I just went on there and just got a peek, and here's what I got. Huh. It's a pity party for Cher. Cher, the tragedy pimp, is getting sympathy from the suspect, the prime suspect's mother. She, who is supposedly a grieving grandmother, is consoling her. Make that make sense. Please make that make sense. That's what's going on over there. It's just sickening. But I was only there for a minute. So 3 days ago was the last news article that was up on this case. And on Monday, Chatham County Police Department issued a statement on the ongoing search for missing toddler Quinton Simon. This is a video from his first birthday. It's sad. He didn't get to see his second birthday. October 5th. He's been in that landfill since October 5th. So I hope they're having a great time over there in that live, shooting the breeze. Ugh, I am really mad, y'all. He is presumed dead and his mother is the prime suspect, but no charges have yet been filed. Today, we begin another week of searching the landfill for Quinton Simon. So this is Thursday. This is it was actually Monday night when this article went up. And today we begin another week of searching the landfill for Quinton Simon. The photos and videos we've shared over the last 4 weeks show you what a massive yet painstaking effort this has been for every single person involved. We have asked the teams on the search to endure the physical, mental, and emotional burden of reporting to this landfill day after day, knowing that the chances of finding Quinton's remains are low. And we are proud of every member of the Chatham County Police Department, FBI, GBI, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, and Georgia Department of Natural Resources, who has performed this duty with unmatched professionalism. At this point, we do not have a scheduled end date for the landfill search. Meanwhile, our investigation team continues working diligently to uncover and collect every piece of evidence relevant in this case. So they're watching what this family's doing. If I can see it as just a regular citizen, you know the police know what they're up to over there, having a great time in chat. While these people are bearing the physical, mental, and emotional burden of reporting to the landfill day after day. So every single person in that chat should be ashamed of themselves, frankly. They need to be out searching for that baby in the landfill. We remain committed to keeping you updated about our search for Quinton, and we promise we will continue to share important developments as quickly as we can. The landfill search had been suspended for several days due to Tropical Storm Nicole. So that was the last update, and that was 3 days ago. You guys, I have my children are adult children. I can't go 3 days without talking to them. I actually was late getting on here because my youngest son posted a live on Facebook, a little video that he did. No, I wasn't going to miss that. That's my real life. That's more important than YouTube, you know? So I watched that and then got on here. So that's what you're supposed to do. All right, let me see what else I have here on. And let me see here. And then there's this one. Get rid of all the ads. Okay. No thanks. Quinton Simon has been missing for 40 days, and police have yet to find any sign of his remains. Police have been searching at Chatham County landfill since October 18th. So he went from the 5th to the 18th before they started looking at the landfill because they didn't know. They didn't have the evidence that he was there, which I believe is a probably surveillance video and or a witness. Evidence has led them to believe the 21-month-old he would be now, toddler's body was dumped there. And then they give that statement again. Okay, and then this is another recap. On the morning of his disappearance, Leilani told police that Quinton was taken. Her boyfriend, Daniel Youngkin, and Quinton's siblings were in that home the morning Quinton disappeared as well. WSAV knows that police questioned Daniel in the hours after the search for Quinton started, but since then, WSAV doesn't know where he's been. It's been weeks since Daniel, or Danny, has been seen at the family home. According to police, Daniel was the last person to say they saw Quinton Simon alive at 6 a.m. on October 5th. I think that's it. That's pretty sad. I'm going to leave it on that one. I'm going to leave it on my Janet Jackson stuff. Okay, so that's literally the only new information on this case. There's no other reason to discuss it other than to say, continue to pray that they find him and that justice can begin for him. You know, that's really all we can say. Can't speculate any further than that. Leilani is there, but kind of laying low and getting to just hang out and enjoy her days, play on her phone, you know. BJ's been going around to YouTube channels and trolling. Yeah, she's been doing that. She's been going around to these other small channels. She doesn't come over here if she don't dare. If she's seen any of my videos, she better not come in here. Don't even think about it. I gave her a chance at the beginning of this. I don't know if Cher ever gave her my messages, but I know all I need to know anyway, you know. I know all I need to know. I don't need to interview any of them. You could just watch their behavior and you see. You know, I don't go by words. I go by actions. Actions definitely speak a lot louder. And it's very clear that they don't give a crap about that baby. So I will move on to the Michael Vaughan case. Let me get my glasses on. My notes are tiny on this one. Okay, yeah. Speaking of Cher, one last thing. I think it was day before yesterday. She put this out there in a live that she is trying to get a hold of Brandy Neal. That she wants to hook up Billy Joe with Brandy Neal because they, quote, have a lot in common. No, they don't. Brandy Neal loved her son. Loves her son. Completely different circumstance. Brandy Neal's son, I mean, of course, we don't know what happened to him, but I could theorize all day long, but it's not going to help, you know? It's just not going to help. But we do know that he's gone. Let me pull up one thing here and I'll show you something. Yes. I wish I could put chat underneath. That'd be perfect. I want to show you guys something. Look at this. while they're over there chatting and having a great time, look at all the work that I put into this case. Just for today's live. It's all the links and information. I've got 3 folders of that on the cases. But yeah, the small channels and what we do don't matter, right? Okay. But that's okay. Even if they want to do it their way, they can. But Cher actually put out there and like an alert, she wants Brandy to contact her. She wants to hook her up with Billy Joe. There's no way. Please don't do that, Brandy. Please don't do that. Don't hang out with dogs. You're gonna get fleas. So yesterday I had 2 pages of stuff that I was going over and I only got about halfway through. We were having a pretty good live the other night. Hey, Mystery Machine, how are you? So I'm going to quickly recap briefly what I went over and then all the new updates. So, just an update on the new stuff. A little recap of what we did the other night, just really briefly here. November 11th was the Friday night, that they served the search warrant on the home and arrested Sarah Wandra. That's when she said that those weird things that she said. I'm going to pull that up real quick. Oh, I hate ads, don't you? So there's charge. I'm going to go down to just what she said. When she was in her arraignment. No, this is when she was arrested. No, the judge. She said this is the judge. She understood the charges, but they're not correct, she said. She said, when I got to the portion that read murder, did you just say murder multiple times? And she said, I've never murdered anyone. And then she said she definitely did not kill that boy. And then she said the weird stuff. She said, oh, wow. The Most High God just told me that Stacy was the one who killed him and buried him in the yard of the neighbor's house. But when asked later to show police where the boy was buried, according to the affidavit, she told police of a spot near the entry of her residence and said Stacy had buried him in the backyard by a shed. So they had already been acting on a tip that they received from Stacy. And then she said, God just told me that Stacy was the one who did it, adding that she knew the body was in the neighbor's yard because that's what Stacy just told me. She then corrected herself and said that's what God told her. And she reiterated that she had nothing to do with Michael's disappearance. She said her husband buried Michael in the backyard by the shed, but wasn't the one who actually harmed the boy. She said instead that a man identified only as Adrian had been the one that had done it, and he was scared to tell anybody. Man, oh man. So this, and that charge is only up to 10 years and $50,000 fine. And he has been missing and buried right there somewhere since July 27th, 2021. It's just disgusting. Don't need to do the court papers again. Don't need to do these. Here's a new. not going to play the audio. But this was today. Investigators are still searching the backyard of a Fruitland home in connection to the case of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughan. So they were updating outside the home. They did a quick update. There's literally nothing that's been found yet. I'll play this without the audio. I don't think they'll get me. Do you? I don't know if they'll get you if you just play the little clip of just the picture. But that's the fence around their house. That's the house. Big white fence. And he's supposedly in that yard somewhere. Michael Vaughan. What a cute little boy. It's so sad. All right, guys. I'm feeling really triggered. Super triggered. Just so mad. So what do you do when you feel just so disappointed, you know, that the two big creators who are tragedy pimps are having a live right now? So there's not really, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Usually I have quite a few people in here. And I'm not sure if it's because the notifications didn't go out or if it's because of the other lives that are going on. It's probably because of the other lives going on, because that's more exciting than sitting here and listening to facts, right? Cher's live right now with Billy Joe. And look here. Laura's in her main, still drama, ridiculousness. Let's see. There's most people have most people that I follow, you know, because I'm looking at my own feed. A lot of people are talking about the University of Idaho students that were murdered, and that's awful. That's really, really sad. I prefer to just keep, you know, focus on, you know, just a few cases until we're sure it's not going to go any further. You know, they are going to find Michael Vaughan any minute. I mean, there could be breaking news on that anytime that they finally found him. They could find Quinton Simon at any moment. So that would be breaking news. And they're going to find something on both of those. So I'm not going to just not cover them, you know? The Debbie Collier case is just so weird. Her case and all the new stuff in her case is just bizarre. But I'm feeling like I just don't want to bother, you know, if people would rather watch, you know, Jerry Springer stuff, you know? Why do tragedy pimps get so many views? I don't understand. Thank you, Mr. Machine. Well, you know, if I get nobody, that's fine. I'm just going to finish putting this out there and be done with it. Let's see. Okay, so let me finish. Get rid of that YouTube there. Okay. Last night I was bringing up Kimmy. That is Hang on just a second. Kimmy. She's 56 years old, and that is Sarah's mother. How about that? Look at that. That's her mother. I don't care if anybody wants to offer excuses. I heard that she gave her up or something when she was small. But you still, that still affects you, you know? Maybe that's why, you know, don't show the mom. She didn't do anything. Oh yeah, she did plenty. She abandoned her kid. So yeah, this is mama. And apparently by digging through all of her TikToks, I found out she's got several other grandchildren that she's also not allowed to have contact with. And I'm going to not scroll down any further because she puts their pictures up talking about how she's not in their life and she wishes that she'll be in their life one day. But she lives a very odd lifestyle. And I completely understand whoever her other child is that has grandchildren, they don't come around. Would you? Would you send your kid over to this grandma's house? Yeah, I mean, if either one of you want to actually chat with me, you can come up on panel with me. We'll talk about it. I'm not here for money either. That's grandma. How about that? That's a grandma. I've dressed like that in private for my husband, but I've never put it online. Let's see. That's grandma. Gross. Sorry. How weird is this? That's her boyfriend. He got a keychain. Excuse me. This is Michael Vaughan's grandmother. This is Sarah's mother. And this is family that she's not even like around. Hang on, let me get a drink of my water. She puts up family photos in some of these, but then she starts talking about how she's not allowed in their lives. But her brilliant boyfriend got a key ring stuck on his finger. She uses a... Oh, look at this. Because I was looking through here and I was like, what? She apparently, I mean, it's just weird. So much weirdness. That is Sarah's mom. Yeah, I don't want to click on them, but you can go to that, right? There's her TikTok if you want to look at them. Okay, so I also found her newest Facebook, the one that she was using just a couple of days before she got arrested. She was still posting on it. She changed her last name to Ramsey, and I'm not sure if that, I mean, I guess it's, I have her background check stuff, but I haven't looked through it. I actually might pull that up too, and we'll look through that. She got another note here on that lady. Yeah, here's her new Facebook. I'm going to get rid of this because I said, ugh. We already looked at one of Sarah's TikToks yesterday. Let's put the spelling right here. Let me just yeah, I couldn't find a daughter. I don't. So this is his. Nothing on it. Nope, not that one. I hadn't searched for his on here. I don't really care that much about him. That's not it. All right. Let me pull up. If you just came in, this is the latest update today. They're just still out there digging. Still haven't stopped. So there's two main TikToks that I found for her. And then, okay, so I found, she has about 6 Facebooks, but most of them didn't have anything on them. I only found 3 that had any content. Let me see if this is one. Okay, so this is one. Yep, this is the newest one. This was her newest one. October 31st was her last post. And boy, was she getting a lot of heat. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. And this page is full of religious stuff as well. Yeah, she did post on Facebook quite a bit, though. Same kind of content. All religious stuff. And I went over here. And I went down, down, down. Bear with me while I scroll. I thought there was a post on here. And I haven't looked at each one of these. Maybe she got tagged in. I'm looking for the one where she did with the tag. Yeah, this is, I think, going to be it here. Yeah, she stopped posting on this one in November 2021. She said she doesn't really love anyone except she does love her daughter. Dang. Yeah, she stopped posting on this one shortly after This one I think is the one where she had the post up about Michael. Santa Muerte, wow. Let's scroll fast until I see it here. Again, go here. Hey, J-Rod. I'm actually kind of in low spirits this afternoon because the Tragedy Pimp channels have lives going on right now. So they've sucked up all the people. And I wish people would come and join me instead. But it's kind of sad. I'm sad. That's okay. Here it is. August 2nd. Boy missing from around my neighborhood. Please help find him. And she knew exactly where he was the whole time. No, I didn't. I got real busy with my little girl. My little girl's 10 and she needed me. And I got, chores and stuff I do. Dishes and all that. I cannot go to bed with dishes in my sink. I just can't. So I got all that stuff done last night. But look at this photo. I had really zoomed in on this yesterday. And I was like, oh my goodness. Man. But I will look him up, mystery. Look at that face. Look at that sweet, innocent baby. Thanks. Are you going to hang around? I'm trying. What I think about when I look at this is, you guys, these pictures where Sarah was posing and videoing on TikToks. Thank you. This was right behind her on her refrigerator. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And so Sarah had to look at this every day. She looked at this and, she went to that refrigerator a lot. Sorry, I'm mad at her. She saw this a lot. She saw this and that face and those clothes that he was wearing. She knew what happened to him this whole time. And the distancing language that she used here. Boy missing from around my neighborhood. That's what's called distancing. Anytime you see that, that should have been a red flag for anybody who read that post. Because if you look at the map, it wasn't very far away at all. It was in her neighborhood, not around. So I'm going to pull up the looking for the one that has the photo of her with the not sure which one it is. It's one of these where it's right on the very top. So I found something new as well. I'm going to show you guys in just a minute, too. Monkey's mom looks suspect of neglect. I'm not sure what you mean. His mom, Michael's mom wasn't neglectful. They were taking care of the babies. Can you explain what you just said, J-Rod? I guess I'm going to have to look at my screenshot. Here it is. So there's that poster. She was looking at every day. That had his face and that shirt missing with the phone number. She could have called that damn phone number any day. This is, yeah, I think he's, are you following this case, J-Rod? This isn't Monkey Mom. This isn't Brandy. This is Sarah. Her last name is Wandra, and she lives in the neighborhood, or lived in the neighborhood. So that's what this is. This is the lady who, her husband, she and or her husband killed this little boy, either on purpose or accident. Don't know. I have my theory. But, oh, I need to fix this. I'm so sorry, guys. I hadn't looked at StreamYard. So it's like, this is what she was looking at every day. And that baby, that boy, 5 years old, is buried in their yard. One of them buried him in the yard. And then she had the nerve to put this missing poster on her refrigerator. Hi, Titanium Built. Nice to see you. The Tragedy Pimps are live right now, so they've sucked up all my viewers for right now. How about you? I'm still going on. I don't care. If I have 5 people in here, I'm just going to get it done, you know? I get a lot of views on replays anyway. Nope. Totally disagree. Mom works at home. She was working. A loving family. No, J-Rod. No. Dad was making dinner. He got out. Yeah, you need to do a little more research because Dad was cooking and taking care of the toddler. And he's 5 years old. Exactly. That's what I was saying, Titanium. The Jerry Springer of YouTube. Hey, Titanium. You said you're going to be going on at 5. Would you like to join me on panel for a few? You can, because I get a lot of replays. So if you would like to come up and talk with me for a few minutes, I would love to meet you. I watch your videos all the time. You don't have to have your camera on. I hardly ever do. I love how you're just right on video with all of yours, you know. Dad was taking care of the baby, changing the baby's diaper. Yeah. Hi, Sandwich Maker. I thought what I read said she was working at home. There's a period of window where he I mean, if you're not paying attention to your child, you wouldn't even notice them for 15 minutes. You know, he noticed within 15 minutes. And then 20 minutes later, the police were there. Or actually within a few minutes. It was 15 minutes that he noticed, and then 5 minutes later, the police were there. So within 20 minutes. Yeah, Titanium, can you come up in just a few minutes? That would be great. That would be really great. She worked at a local store. See, I didn't get personal, like digging into, you know, what she does, you know. Unlike the tragedy pimps, I don't think people should do that. Okay, J-Rod, I'm gonna let you up, but you, buddy, you and me, I'm telling you, we're gonna go round and round if you are disrespectful in any way toward Brandy or Michael's family. Okay, you will have to go bye-bye. Hi, J-Rod. Can you hear me? Hi. How are you? So, do you want to tell me what you know about the case? Or
Well, just a little bit that I know. I could talk for my POV as a dad of 4 children in my house.
okay.
I could tell you having 4 children in my house and my POV and far as the information that I hear about the whole situation. I cannot like sit here crying sleuth. I cannot sit here and be fake and say that we're gonna sit here and give the benefit of the doubt to parents after the information is already out. Like, if we understand public information, just with the simple public information, we could sit back and understand what could probably happen. I respectfully, the only thing I said is that I feel the parents dropped the ball. Respectfully, just respectfully. I'm not here to bash no one. I'm not trying to, like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying here to make nobody look bad. I appreciate you for having me. I don't know what the stigma the J-Rock on point y'all think it has, because
I know you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you know my heart. Like, you know my heart. Like, I think better than anyone in YouTube. Like,
yeah. Well, just so that everybody knows, J-Rod is he has no filter. He's a very protective father. But he has no filter. But guys like this don't intimidate me because I used to hold the flashlight for my dad.
no, I'm not here for none of that though. Again, I'm very happy that I'm here today with you. If it be brief, it be short. I just wanted to come up and say hi, and let you know, at least, just, you know, I didn't want to, I didn't, just because again, when we text on the chat, sometimes like we don't get the real feeling about what we're trying to say, and I just wanted to make sure that you at least have like the right at least POV of what I'm thinking, you know. Again, not trying to like make monkey's parent kind of like look bad. I'm not trying to do that. But in my personal opinion, as a parent of 4 little children's between the ages of 8 years and 6 months in the hood, like I'm not in a urbanization. I'm not in a gated community.
Right,
I'm not like in, yeah, I'm not in the mountains. You know, I'm raising 4 little children in the hood. So when I hear people living like on herbs and like mountains and stuff like that, you know, oh, this happened to their children, and allegedly this is the reason why. automatically the first thing that I'm gonna say, yeah, the parent dropped the ball. Like, what you want me to tell you? Like, do you want me to give the custody of a children that is not their children? You want me to give someone else the responsibility of watch over my children? It's
Right.
just the same case
I
of
understand.
Trinity
I
Backus. Like
totally,
in the case of Trinity Backus, they send her to a friend's house, a friend of the family house. They call auntie, and this happened to her.
yeah, I don't
So
trust
I
anybody with
cannot
mine.
delegate the responsibility of the safety of my children to no one but myself.
There you go. I agree with you there. I totally agree with you there. My 10-year-old gets mad at me a lot because I will not let her spend the night anywhere. We don't do sleepovers. We do almost sleepovers. She can go somewhere and stay, watch a movie, stay late, and then I'll pick her up. She's not spending the night. And same
Right.
here. She can have a friend over. We do almost sleepovers. Sleepovers are from the devil, I swear. I don't do sleepovers. They're nothing but trouble. And
I step back. I
I
step
don't
back.
trust anybody
Hey,
at
I'm sorry
night.
to interrupt you, Mama. I'm gonna step back so you and Titanium Bill get a great conversation. I'm gonna sit back in the chat and listen to what y'all talking about. I just wanted to make sure that at least I let you know what I was thinking about that. I'm not trying to start drama about, no one's parents. Just wanted to make sure that I put my point of view out there. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm always here for you. I'm gonna step back so you and Tatiana Bill have a conversation between ladies, and I'll be in the chat room for you, okay?
All right. Well, thank you so
Alrighty.
much. I appreciate it. And I totally, I'm not one of those where if you say something I don't agree with, then I'm just going to go, oh, get the hell out of here. I think,
No,
There
hey,
are
everybody,
some creators like that.
just so you know, I did send you a big shout out last night on my live stream, okay?
well, thank you. Would
You
you
always,
hit the
huh?
like button, for me and
Always.
share this on your community post or something for me real quick, if you wouldn't mind.
Always. I'm send it to the
Browse
community
me.
post right now, okay? And I'm gonna step back
Thank
so you and
you.
Titania Bill talk. Titania
Let me
Bill,
know.
we appreciate you. We love you. I love your content. I always look
Oh,
at your
thank
channel.
you.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
see you in a little bit, ladies. I'll be here.
All right. Thank you.
I was
Hi,
on the
Titanium.
private chapter for a minute. Hello, was waiting on my boyfriend to bring me some food. He said he was going to get off early today, and so that's what I've been waiting on. And he was supposed to get off. Our dog wasn't feeling well this morning, so he was going to come earlier. And so I just wanted him to like grab me something before I went on my live. And I called him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm like 7 minutes away." I'm like, "I'm jumping on. I'll be fine." But because I already ate anyway, I was just going to eat again.
I
Oh,
eat.
that's not bad.
I eat when I'm on mute. I'll have a snack or something here, and during periods when I'm showing a video or something, that's when I like stuff my face with my Cheetos or whatever I'm having.
Yeah, that's a
what
good
I do.
idea. I'm not like Marissa or whatever her name is. I can't do the on camera eating.
Oh my word!
Who eats?
The
I'm
other
just
ones
like,
do
is
it
it a
too.
thing?
It's a
I'm like,
thing,
maybe it's a
girl. I
thing.
see it all the time. I'm like, why are people eating? There's this one particular person. I'm not gonna name her name, but she's she eats all the time, just like Marissa. But she's
Yeah,
really close to the camera. She has her like laptop in front of her, and she like leans over to read her laptop while she's talking, right? And she's eating.
yeah. It must be
Eating.
something that they. Yeah, that must be though something that they like. Maybe that's what we're missing. We need to start shoving food in our face. Those monk bangs or whatever they're called, where people eat all that food. True crime monk bangs. They're that. I mean, it could work. I own a business, so I'm a businesswoman first.
Uh-huh.
So I got all kinds of things thinking, but yeah, I wanted to come up and
I
talk to
agree with
you.
I totally agree with Solo. What happened to Monkey could happen to anyone. And I mean
Yeah,
and we have to be fair, right? I believe in being
yeah.
fair. We're
And you got to
blaming.
think about him. He was going out that day just to look for a friend to play with. That right there makes me want to cry just thinking of that. Because I was that kid. My brother was 9 years older than me, and he had older siblings. And your brother, like being 9 years older, he didn't care if I was around, but he didn't really want me there. So like I would go and try to find friends to play with, like he did. I would go in the same kind of the neighborhood. We had one entrance in and one entrance out. It was a Franklin Circle. It was a little circle. I grew up in this area. It was like forever ago. And we all grew up there, and I would go to like my neighbors' doors and say, "Hey, is Amanda here?" Or, "Hey, is Natalie home to play?" Or, and you never thought about your kids leaving the house for just that second to go find someone to even play with. Then,
yeah.
My parents wouldn't have even ever thought of it, but now it's like, that's just, it's a shame.
That kind of reminds me, do you remember that video that went viral a while back that showed that was it a little boy or was it a little girl that had gone up to his brand new neighbor's house? Do you remember that? He rang the doorbell and he asked, "Are there any children here?" Do you remember that?
I think I remember.
I'm going to Google it real quick to see if I can find it. But that kind of reminds me of this situation, just a kid wanting to go, boy.
They said like his sister, brother and sister, I believe, like they were playing on their phones and stuff. And so they probably just weren't paying attention to him. And my brother, I don't have kids myself, but my brother has 5. So I don't have any myself, but I'm well versed in all age groups because they have like from 26 to 9. So, and like their littlest one, like he wants to go and he'll want to go out and play by himself and stuff. And my brother he doesn't like it. They've got cameras and all kinds of stuff up. And it's sad that they have to be like that, but you have to be like that nowadays.
I am like that. We live in that type of neighborhood, a very nice neighborhood, homeowners association, the whole bit, security, the whole bit. And I still do not allow my 10-year-old to roam. Nope.
Yeah. Well, I heard you earlier about the sleepovers. I didn't go to sleep. I didn't spend the night at my friend's house either. Everyone always came to my house. For some reason. My mom must have been like the cool mom or something, but I just never wanted to, I guess. So she never really had that problem.
It's not kids in general. It's this generation right now with the ultra wokeness that's going on with adolescent teens. Mm-hmm. I don't want mine exposed to that. There's way too much. Frankly, there's way too much sexual exploration going on with them younger now, and I'm like, nope. You don't.
Yeah, it's a lot different than when I was little. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't look like these girls when I was little. But even they even look like the girls and the boys look older or younger. I can't even tell people's age half the time now. I don't even try. Because I'm just like, I just know I'll be off on it. So I just ask for ID.
Exactly. Well, I have been a subscriber of yours for a while. And
I don't even know who to see. Like I try to subscribe to a lot of the crime people. But if I can, but some people I can't subscribe to all of them because some people I just don't, agree with. They're like a little too far out there for me. But for the most part, I love the true crime community. So I try to subscribe to everybody. And I thought I saw you. I think you were on Michelle's panel the other night. And for some reason, I followed you.
Oh, did you see that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I see everything.
We'll have to chat privately about that. Yeah. I think you were picking up what I was putting down, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was just sitting there. I was trying to chat in the chat, in the comments stuff too, but I don't know if anyone was seeing it. But I was like, I'm here too. I'm talking. As I always try to tell people if I'm on their live that I'm there, because I'll put your guys' lives on in the mornings when I'm cleaning, and I'll listen to you guys. Like a couple of the girls, they go live in the mornings, and then a couple people go live at night. And then Michelle, I happen to be on a panel with her, so I just always kind of check out her channel because she was the first panel I went on. So I guess I felt comfortable.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What do you think about what's going on at that house? Do you think that he's in that yard or the neighbor's yard?
Oh, see, I didn't even know about the stuff about the neighbor until I heard it from you earlier. So because I knew that someone had called the neighbor, another creator, had called the neighbor and stuff. But I didn't realize he was in that Sarah was saying that the monkey could be in the backyard there or by the fence because by the shed because they took that fence down. And I know they were going over by that shed a whole lot. So, but if they haven't found anything yet, I wonder how many like they're going layer by layer. So I wonder if how thick the layers are, like if they're inches.
Probably just inches, because I think the reason is because they want to preserve as much as they possibly can, whenever they do get to him. It'll be kind of like, for lack of a better term, please don't think this is cold. Okay, anybody?
Yeah.
Please. It's kind of like a dinosaur thing, right? They're going to just literally use their special little bitty tools and carefully bring him out. Yeah.
And that's what, I mean, they're doing such a good job. They're not just going in there and for them to take the soil to remember to take that soil, put it in another truck and take that somewhere else to go sift through it, just to be extra careful, They're not like I can see some, cops just going in there with backhoes and just shoving dirt to one side of the yard, They're not doing that. They're doing this with they're doing it with such, ease, almost in a way.
I would call it very dignified.
They're very dignified. I think he's in that. I think he's there. I just don't know how far if she did this, that Sarah, she would, I mean, you have to be pretty muscular, to be able to, or like have some muscle to be able to bury something. Just think about like shoveling something. Like, I mean, I would have a hard time, I think.
Trigger warning.
Sorry, sorry guys. But I was trying to say that like as kindly as I could. But yeah, like, I mean, when you're like trying to, plant flowers or something, I know.
Well, it's kind of like when your child's having a temper tantrum, for example, and they throw themselves on the floor. It's not easy to pick them up.
No, it's not. No, my nephew did that once and he ended up breaking my nose. He was 3 at the time. I was like, oh my gosh, but we laughed about it later on when he got older. But yeah, he was throwing a tantrum and I was trying to pick him up and he did that. His whole body went limp. He did that whole body limp thing. And he cracked me right in the nose. Yeah, he threw his body back. And so that
I'm looking at this, if you look at the missing poster, he weighed 50 pounds. 50, so
that's a good bit. 50
pounds.
I mean, he was a chunky little thing, not like chunky, but I mean, he was like stout. He had a little bit to him. And look at him, so cute. So cute.
And like Mystery just said, I want to put that because I do too. I mean, he is still. Let me see. I keep Brandy's hope alive.
Yeah, I mean, I really do too. I didn't know about this case prior because when I first came to YouTube, I came to do like stuff with more like injury related because I was in a car accident. So my stuff was more injury related, but I've always loved true crime. Even since I was a kid, I watched Unsolved Mysteries and Father Dowling and all those old shows. But
I was raised on Perry Mason.
Yeah. So like I used to skip school to watch those shows. It was so bad of me, but I did. But so when I saw this case come up, I didn't know whether to cover it or not. And then I started reading into it and I said, oh my gosh, this case has been going on for a long time. Like this wasn't something that would just happen. And I mean, this has been over a year. And I was like, you have to do this. So, because I like to do like kind of like timelines and stuff on my, on my page, like, because facts are better for me. Like, what I mean? They're like, look at facts. And
for me, if the earliest I can get in on it, the better. Like with Debbie Collier's, I was on hers as soon as like it hit the news. It was like day 1 or day 2. I've been following it since that. And the same with like Kylie Ronnie.
Yeah, that's the one I came in on.
I'm still, well, you had asked, and I'm going to come on yours later and talk with you, maybe. If you, or come in your chat and see what's going on. You were saying, does anybody have anything new? There's nothing new to discuss. I will
be here because, like, I mean, I just see so much stuff like flying around. So it's hard to be like vocal, and half of it's not. It's like, no, that's not right because I can Google that.
Yes, exactly. You can Google
it. And so I just tell people to watch out. And I saw that someone in your chat even said they were on a fixed income. And that's where it comes from. It's a good spot in my heart. It's for those, like, okay, I'm going to put her name out there, like Betty, Bullhorn, and Dolly, those two. I know the people that watch those channels. I feel like they're like my mother, those older people that are on maybe a set income. and they feel like that, you know, when these people come on, that Dolly's like, I love you, ma'am. And, you know, like she gets her chat read a couple times, so she'll give them her last bit of money. Like, to, like, you know, like, so her comment will get read. I saw it on Betty's channel when she was live one day. The lady even said, I'm on a fixed income. This is my last $30. I just wanted you to read my comment. And she said, she took it. And I said, if anyone ever comes to on my page on fixed income, don't give me any super chats. Don't give
you know
me
what I would do? I not only would,
up.
if somebody like that came on my channel, now granted, I just got like approved for monetization. I haven't set anything of it up yet. You know, where I can do the super chats and all that. I haven't done anything like that yet, but I got approved last week. I just haven't set anything up. If I got a super chat from somebody that said that, not only would I send them their $30 back, but I'd probably add in another 20.
I know, that's how I am.
That's how I am.
I'm just, I mean, my mom was like that, and because my father passed in a car accident, and so it was sudden and stuff. So like, and so I was kind of there for her after, you know, he passed, and then so I could just see her being like, she passed away, but I could see her being taken advantage of, and you know, and I just don't want anyone to be.
You saw the one who gave her $400 and said that she was dying.
Yes, I did.
I'm dying, and I don't remember what all the super chat said, but I'm dying, and blah blah blah. And here's $400.
Yeah, I saw her like reaction to it or something like that, and I was like, "What?"
She'll take it.
She will. She don't care.
She'll probably take my money.
I mean, I'm just wondering how she's. Well, okay, so she's on disability, I heard.
She is.
How can you be on disability and still be a YouTube creator making money?
Depends on how sneaky you're willing to be.
Yeah, because your girl over here was in a real bad car accident, and I mean, if you knew all the injuries, you'd be like, girl, how are you even alive? But I had metal from like my head to my toes, even my eyes are prosthetic, and I couldn't even get on disability after my car accident. I was in a wheelchair, and I worked full time my whole life since I was 16. So I was like, when I heard about this on YouTube about Betty, I said, well, how's she doing that? And then I see all these super chats coming in, and then I seen the content, and I'm like, she's not here for the kids.
Exactly.
You know, she's not. It's all for the wrong reason.
She admitted it to me. If you go back on one of my lives, look at the one that I think it's called The Tea. Yeah. I have my recorded phone calls with her. She admitted she's in this thing with Quinton Simon's grandmother.
See,
Hi, Ezzy. How you doing?
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about those channels, and that's probably where the people are today too. Because it was like that for me yesterday, I believe. It was like yesterday before. I'm like, where's all my people? But I did do it at a different time and stuff. But still.
Yeah, I was watching you. I was there.
I know. I was like, where's everybody at? Well, sometimes I'll have people put like a 1 in the chat. Sometimes I'm like, put a 1 in the chat so I can see if there's that many people in here. Because sometimes my boyfriend will be in the background. Sometimes I need to say something about him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say probably only 10% of the people that you ever see that says they're watching will ever say anything in chat.
Yeah. It doesn't
on any channel, on just about any. People don't really like to talk. They're just listening. You know, like I do that too. Like you, I'll turn on a live and I'll just listen while I'm doing other stuff. So I'm not even where I can type anyway.
Yeah. Mystery Machine says, I have social anxiety, can't leave my home. I'm the same way, Mystery Machine. I don't leave my home very often either.
My mother had agoraphobia. She had a very bad car accident, hit her van a few times, and it scared her so bad, she actually developed agoraphobia.
Wow.
So I totally get it. I hope that didn't trigger you, Mystery.
Yeah.
But and that can come on at any age.
I mean, it's kind of what came on to me like after COVID. Kind of, I ended up even leaving my job. That was full-time out of the house, and I work full-time in the house now.
Yeah.
And one half of it's a boutique, and the other half's a studio. And my boyfriend has a little desk. He has nothing, no room in the apartment at all, because we have it's like a 1,200 square like 1,200 square feet, I guess, but all of it's pretty much me. I'm like, poor God, we need a house.
I hope you get to feeling better, Ezzy. Thank you, J. Rod. I appreciate you. Yeah.
I didn't know that he had 4 kids. That's a lot of babies.
I know. Well, just so you know about me and my channel, I don't care about mentioning other channels here. I don't censor anybody as long as people are respectful. Because I like to. I've actually heard about some of my favorite channels by people coming up here and telling me about them.
Yeah.
I want to hear the channels, you know, and
exactly.
I want to, you know, like collaborate with people and get along and share resources, you know, and share information. You know, hey, because sometimes I just had this happen with now I'm not friends with her anymore, but because of the Betty thing, and I don't want to talk about this other person. I just can't bring myself to do it because I just loved her and it sucks. But anyway, not Betty. I didn't say I love Betty. The other person. To be clear. But yeah, I kind of did that thing where I had a lot of content on a certain subject, and then she had a lot of those missing pieces that I didn't have, right?
Yeah.
And we came together and collaborated and put together a big thing together, and that was fun.
That's awesome.
I
to
wanted
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't even go on my channel. It all went on hers, and I was perfectly okay with that. I thought it looked great, and I didn't care about who got it, you know, take turns kind of thing, you know?
Exactly, yeah. And that's what it is. I mean, true crime that we should all be working together.
Exactly.
You know?
I feel like, you know, it's the internet. There's enough room on the internet for everybody.
There is, exactly, yeah. There's enough room in the playground for everyone to come.
Yes.
But I am going to hop off and eat because my food's been here for a minute. But I am going to do my live about 5:15. If you want to come on over, you can. Hopefully the fireman squad ain't over there waiting on me.
All right. Well, enjoy your lunch. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no problem. It was so nice to meet you.
You too.
All right, bye, guys. Bye.
Please, hang on. I'm going to go get her link real quick. Can you say something in chat for me, if you possibly can, before you leave, so I can grab your link easier? If not, that's okay. And let's see. Okay, I am getting J-Rod's link real quick. So this is J-Rod. Warning, he has no filter. No filter alert. No filter alert. Okay. Oh, thank you, mister. You heard me on there. That was funny, huh? I have no shame anymore. It's like, I don't even care. I was afraid. I was like too chicken to really come out in that way before, because I, you know, received a lot of threats, and I've got every one of them, all my receipts on the threats that were sent to me. So I kind of just stayed quiet for a little bit after all that happened. But yeah, now I'm like, you know what? I can say whatever I want now. Who cares? They all need to be exposed. All right, so where was I? Would anybody else like to come up? I'll put my link in the chat. All right, let's see. I did show you guys. This is, hang on, Sarah's mother, which I think is just nope, hang on. I'm going to the other one. Let me finish up with Michael. I don't know if you guys saw J-Rod the party. See, there's that meme that goes around, you know, nothing you say can offend me. I used to hold the flashlight for my dad. I did. Sure did. I got some hate and chat over it too, because people, early in the Kylie Rodney case, I made the mistake of getting involved in a little bit of conspiracy theory on her. I had my channel name, right? But I didn't have any content. Didn't have any videos or anything. I was basically still kind of a subscriber at that point. Well, I got sucked into some conspiracy theory stuff on a specific channel that's related to the prayer garden, which is the worst. Oh my word. I had no idea. There needs to be a manual for people when we join YouTube. Seriously. Anyway, I got sucked into this conspiracy theory about Kylie Rodney case that there was 2 people in the car. And you know how you look at clouds and you're just laying there looking at the clouds, and if you look long enough, you're going to start seeing stuff, right? I started seeing that second person in the car, y'all, because it was pointed out to me so many times. I admit it. And I'm sorry that I was stupid. But it was, maybe a week later, I was looking at those photos again. I hadn't looked at them in several days, and I looked at them again, and I had thought about making, one of my first videos for my channel and thought about putting that on there. And that's what made me really think about it. I was like, wait a minute. Is that something that I would want on my channel? If it's not something that I would want on my channel, then I'm not going to participate in that anywhere else. That was when I walked away from that. So just for the record, that was stupid. Really stupid. There's not 2 people in the car. Not that I can prove anyway. So, that was pretty sad. But yeah, so some people that don't like the Kylie Rodney conspiracy stuff, they still hold a grudge against me for that. And I get it. I get it now. At the time I didn't get it, but I get it. Let's see, I just started watching YouTube, and the stuff about Betty and Sharon Dolly was, yeah. Me too. I've only been on YouTube for 3 months, maybe. 3 months, maybe now. So, I moved to RGV. What's RGV? And my daughter, oh my goodness. I'm not going to put that on the screen. That's terrible, Solo. I'm so sorry. And then, yes, you guys, my first live was, it got clipped by every clip channel. Didn't it, J-Rod? Ooh, boy. I got trolled hard on my first live by people who knew better. The Glarer and his little buddy. Go look up Misery Box, Jammernam, and Morbid Reality. They're one and the same. And they came into my chat and trolled me. J-Rod was there. Several people were there. It was awful. And I didn't know what to do. I was a brand new. I just reached 500 subscribers, and I was like, let's party. Let's get together. And we were having a great time, weren't we? J-Rod, I had my music going. We were just chatting. It was fun. And then, bam, they showed up. That was awful. That was really hard. It was kind of like getting thrown in at the deep end of the pool, But it sure taught me to swim. I don't put up with any riffraff now, that's for sure. If somebody comes up on my channel, they're not going to get the opportunity to do anything like that. We can have a civil discussion, but when it comes to, I can debate all day with somebody. I love debating. But I don't know why some people just want to get ugly, Yes, baptized by fire. I was baptized by fire. Amen. It's exactly what happened to me. Woo. Man, but yeah, and then, being associated with Betty like that, it was bad. On top of the Kylie Rodney conspiracy stuff, yeah, I get it. I get why people were like, what is up with this chick? But no, I saw the errors in my ways on both the Kylie Rodney thing and the Betty. And yeah, I'm not like that. I'm really, really not. We get sucked in. Don't you ever flip channels and you're like, oh wow, that's Maury Povich from 1999. I'm gonna have to watch that for a minute. And then before you know it, Sally Jesse Raphael comes up there because you're watching something on, the internet TV thing that I watch sometimes. What's that called? I just lost the name of it. You just flip in channels and you get stuck on watching something trashy, trash TV. And the same thing happens on YouTube. Hi there. How are you? Is it a one-way street? Absolutely. Let's see. I'm just reading chat here. Well, of course you had to get involved. Oh my goodness. You'll have to share your whole story with me sometime. Feel free to email me. We can talk on the phone. My goodness. Well, you might feel that way, J-Rod, but I don't. They ganged up on a woman, my very first live, and neither one of them apologized to me. So they're not okay. You do know who Morbid was, right? Morbid's channel, both of his previous channels were shut down for abuse, harassment, and doxing of people, mostly women. So if you have girls and you have a wife that you respect, you wouldn't respect those guys. Actually, look him up. There's lots of videos that you can watch of the very horrible things that he did under Jammernam and Misery Box. Really bad stuff, J-Rod. Really bad. And the Glairer knew him then and knew what he was doing. This is when when Glairer heard him and recognized his voice. I was there when it happened. He was like, wait a minute. Are you who I think you are? You don't have to tell me because I think you're trying to get away from all that. Trying to start a new account here. So I'm not going to reveal you, but you're going to have to email me. That was the day that they rehooked up. And now they're wreaking havoc together. Again, they're still doing it. And it's like, it's a game to them, and it's not okay. You do notice that they target mostly women. I think there's been one man, if you count Tyler. I don't know. It's bad. J-Rod, please, please. No, they never apologized to me. Yeah, Mrs. Smith and Mr. Smith are both blocked from my channel because they both came in here and harassed the crap out of me when I called out Morbid afterward. They can't even come over here. And everywhere they see me in chat, until I finally blocked them personally as well, they would harass me. If they see that I'm somewhere, if they can tell that I'm in chat because somebody's talking to me that they can see, they'll start trash talking me to that person. They're not nice people at all. And we're supposed to be on the same side, against tragedy pimping, right? Why would any woman be if I feel like Mrs. Smith is so just misinformed about him. Like, does she even know? I don't think she really knows who he used to be. Or surely if she's, a good person, she wouldn't. I'm not saying that she's not. A lot of people don't have any clue. I didn't. I thought Morbid Reality was just a really funny dude that was out to get the tragedy pimps. Nope. Go look at what happened to him before, and it kind of will explain to you what happened. He had a gamer channel before Misery Box and before Jammernam. He had a gamer channel, and on his gamer channel, somebody took all of his points or coins or whatever it is that you gather, and they were worth real money. Go look it up on YouTube; it's on there. But by the bigger gamer channels, somebody took all of his stuff, and he was a smaller channel. In his mind, those channels were the pimps of that genre on YouTube, and he cracked. I think he freaking cracked mentally. If you go look at what happened, you'll see there's something not right there. Go look, because after that he made a new ID of Jammernam, and on Jammernam he started up. He has a lot of hate in his heart, apparently, because that's when he started up the really bad stuff. You can see videos of him doing this, literally videos of him doing everything that I just said. So after that one was finally shuttered by YouTube, then he created a new account using some other fake name, because once you get shuttered by YouTube, you're not supposed to ever have another account. But he did it anyway. So then he started the new one, Misery Box, and he did the exact same thing, only worse. And on Misery Box, he also mainly targeted women, and you would not believe the things that he said. Please go look it up on YouTube. I would never put any of that on my channel. It's bad. So, and it was just kind of weird that they thought that they should come into my channel and tell me that they were going to be watching me to make sure that I didn't put out anything like Betty and Cher. So it's weird, very strange behavior. And no, they've never apologized. As a matter of fact, I have a screenshot. 1 week later, I went into Morbid's live, and Glarer was in there, and I messaged him in the chat. I said, Glarer, it's been a week, and neither you or Morbid Reality have bothered to come back and apologize to me for what you did to me on my first live. And do you know what Glarer said to me? He asked me if I would like for him to email me some Kleenex. That was his response. And I have it screenshotted. So I just left. I mean, that was all I needed to know. That says all I need to know. You know what I mean? So I just left the chat. And I haven't been back. Just disgusting. So, did I get those links yet? I'm so sorry, Mystery. What links? Do you mean titanium? Or help me out. I got sidetracked. Oh, both. Let me get titaniums first. Oops, wrong window. Here. There's Titanium Built and her channel. I think I might have a typo in that. There's hers. Hair size, yeah. I agree. Leave behind anyone with a lack of integrity or decency. Absolutely. Yep, they're left behind in the dust, for sure. Okay, and then on Michael. So right now I'm still on Michael Vaughan's case. Let me see where I'm at here. Okay, Sarah. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to forget to bring that one back up. Let's see what that was. Okay. Michael Vaughan. Sheet. Got my stuff out of order here. Okay. So on Michael Vaughan, now I'm back where I was before. Yes, totally. Great channel. Yeah, she's really sweet. She's really nice. She's got some really good content. I decided, once I got away from all that stuff, I started seeking out I've been really particular now on what channels I follow. I unsubbed a whole bunch and just really went through and made sure that I'm only following really good ones. I put J-Rod's in the chat already. Let me get it again here. Now with J-Rod, remember, there's no filter on his channel. Trigger alert. Trigger alert. Oh, you guys, I have to show you something. I was browsing last night and I went on a true crime channel. And do you want to hear what their disclaimer was at the beginning? It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. It was so funny that I clipped it, just the audio, not the video, just the audio, and added a laugh track and put it on a video of my own. I'm going to show you. This was their disclaimer, but I also put the chipmunk voice effect on it because it's funny. So here we go. And I had to do it because it was just too funny. So this is a real disclaimer on a true crime channel, y'all.
All statements are theories and opinion, with a little bit of speculation. They are based off of facts obtained from reliable sources, also obtained from records off the internet, or some shit like
That's like the very best disclaimer I've ever heard in my life. Oh, hi, Truth Seeker. How you doing? I just now saw you. I'm going to play that again.
All statements are theories and opinion, with a little bit of speculation. They are based off of facts obtained from reliable sources, also obtained from records off the internet, or some shit like
that's ever going to get old. Just tell me if I put the chipmunk thing up there too high, or if you can understand what it says. That's funny. I almost fell out of my chair laughing when I heard it. I was like, that's the disclaimer to end all disclaimers right there. Oh, I get caught up in making my little videos. I'd like to have a little clip channel of my own because I do love clipping stuff and making these little short videos too. But I noticed that some of the other people in true crime also have kind of clips, right? Oh, it's a little too high, isn't it? I should have left it at the regular chipmunk, but I wanted to put it up a little higher. I'll try it one more time. I'm going to turn down the volume too. All statements are theories and opinions.
All statements are theories and opinion. With a little bit of speculation. They're based off of.
With a little bit of speculation.
All statements are theories and opinion. With a little bit of speculation. They're based off of obtained from reliable sources. Also obtained from records off the internet. Or some shit like that.
They were based on. Yeah, not clear. Okay. I'll put the regular chipmunk on it. I could probably fix it right now and put it back up, but I won't. Said like I should have wrote it down. It's like the very best disclaimer I've ever read. What was that first part again? Hang on. I'm gonna have to just do it this way. I listened to way too much Janet Jackson and Madonna today because I can't get their songs out of my head still. All statements are theories and opinions.
With a little bit of speculation. They are based off of facts obtained from reliable.
They are based on fact obtained from reliable sources.
Also obtained from records.
Off the internet.
Or some shit like that.
Is that not the best disclaimer you've ever heard? Oh, my word. Thank you. I'm so glad you found me too. Thank you. I'll fix the audio on it. I'll make it a little lower. I made it more of just a high-pitched chipmunk. I'm not real good with the voice changer stuff. Okay, so I think I was showing you guys. Do you guys want to see her mother's TikTok? Which one's behind here? Aha. Do you guys want to see her mom's TikTok? Okay, there we go. I was behind. Okay. I showed it for a minute earlier. Mom of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. That is your grandmother. So, lost my tabs here. I'll give her a picture real quick. The lady that had this on her refrigerator door. Really? Where are pictures when I need them? I should have closed these when I was done. These are the, I've already put all this stuff up. Yep, that's her mom. So Sarah Wondrous' mom, you guys, her mother. This is her boyfriend. This guy, this genius, got a key ring stuck on his finger. I'm sorry, that's funny. This is Sarah Wondrous' mother. She's 56 years old. And she gets very, very flirtatious, you know, on her TikTok. Like, look at this one right here. I'll go ahead and click it.
Older women are beautiful lovers. I said older women, they understand. I've been around some, and I have discovered, oh yes, that older women know just how to please a man.
Yeah. Yes. Sarah's mom. Her TikTok's right here. Kimberly Wright, 526. So you can play that video as long as you want to. I don't want to play it again. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Here you go. That's the kind of stuff on her TikTok. Oh, no, not showing kids. She does show some children on here down further. That's why I'm not scrolling down too far on my live. Okay. Apparently she has other grandchildren, right? That she's not allowed to be around, according to her own words on her TikTok. So, 6:15. Okay. Oh, you're probably glad you can't see this. Did you see this one?
Older women are beautiful.
I don't want to get strucken for putting the music up. Yep. That's a grandma. I'm a grandma. I don't act like that. Not online, anyway. Yep.
For me, if you want to, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. At the store, I can get them both.
Mm-hmm. Smoking something. I don't know. Weird. Thank you, Ezzy. I put it up above 2 as well. Let's see. I wouldn't like to have drinks with that lady at all. Attention, dangerous. Cougar on the loose. Oh my gosh. Here.
Older women are beautiful lovers. I said older women, they understand. I've been around some, and I have discovered, Lord, yes, that older women know just how to please a man.
It's actually one of my favorite songs, and you just ruined it for me, you nasty. Oh my word. I might as well have fun, right? Yeah, nasty. I need to find that sound effect so I can play it. My daughter does it so well. You know, the what's her name? Simone, from her show that she used to do where she'd say, yeah, nasty. That one, yeah. Absolutely not normal. Now there's something. Now, apparently she didn't like finish raising Sarah. She gave her up. And as far as Stacy goes, I don't know if Sarah has any developmental delays, but I do know that Stacy had fetal alcohol syndrome. That's her husband, Stacy, who's in jail right now. And that is, I'll show you his. Oh gosh, I have way too much stuff in here. Here come his. All right, ladies, you're going to have to hold yourselves back. I think you can, got to control your hormones. Okay? I don't want to see any thirstiness in my chat now when I'm putting this stuff up here. Control yourselves. All right? Ready?
Have you ever wanted something so bad in life and
Okay, this was, Lord have mercy. Look at the date on that. September 29th, 2021. I'll show you his TikToks. The very day, or was it the morning after? I'll look. That little monkey went missing. I'll show you. I don't want to play too much of this. It's just, ugh. There's more of her.
This land is my land, from California to the New York Island.
Now, you guys, I want to tell you this might be a little bit triggering because this See You Next Tuesday is singing a very patriotic, beautiful song, acting all normal. And this hasn't been put anywhere else yet. I found 3 other places. You know, the one where it has her in the bathrobe and you can see the missing poster behind her over her right shoulder. There's 3 more that I found. This is one of them. Watch behind her.
From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you This land is mine.
I'm so sorry. It's not that one. Hang on. It's. Hold up. It's this. Hang on. I want to show you now. Not that one. She does another one that's just like that, singing a beautiful song with him right behind her on the poster. This one. Yeah. Okay, so you go all the way to the bottom, and you can't just you have to manually scroll the whole thing. It's a lot, isn't it? Hi, Michelle V. All right. So she started it in 2020, and she did say the same exact stuff in all of these, about end times and Revelation and all that. This was her last one in 2020. And then she didn't post anything again until right here. This is the one I wanted to show you.
Amazing.
So this greatly upset me to the point that I cried. So I don't know if this will upset you or not. I've seen it a few times, so I think I'll be okay. But yeah, this really made me sick and cry first time I saw it. She's singing Amazing Grace with that missing poster right behind her. Ugh.
Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Yep. Point at yourself, lady. Point at yourself. You are a wretch. I once was lost, kind of like Little Monkey was lost.
But now
Yes, J-Rod, 1 minute.
was blind, but now I see.
It's right there behind her. It's really hard to see, but it's right there behind her.
How sweet.
That was right after he went missing. This was the date on it was September 15th. Okay, now. Not that room. Let me look at this one real quick.
So here's another song I wrote. Oh Lord, and all that I do, I love me. Showing my faithfulness and all that I.
This window, right there's the yard where that baby was. 5-year-old, right there in that yard. And she's sitting here singing. Exactly, Solo. Totally agree, Michelle. Yes, let me get through a few more of these, J-Rod. Oops, hang on. Get the link. Does anybody else want to come up with J-Rod? I would love it. Love it. If you could come up. Oh, it's 4:00, so I've got to go here in just a minute anyway. Hey, J-Rod. Hi.
Oh my God! Sorry, that was so fast. Hi.
Oh, because I know you. I didn't have to see your face and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, no, that was fast. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I only wanted to come up again. It's quick. I know you're not gonna be here for too long here right now. Again, this is one of those cases, just as many others that I have just scrolled through. I haven't really pay in depth attention. But can you for those that probably like me haven't followed this case like probably how they should, what was the beginning of this whole situation? How can you, with whatever information you have, which I love being here with you, and I love having conversations with you, like to analyze situations. Your analytical mentality allows you to guide a lot of people like me to understand certain things that probably we can't understand. I guess that's a gift that God gave you, and I appreciate you for everything you do. What was the beginning of all this? Can you take us to day one? Can you take us to the beginning of the whole situation, like how this allegedly happened?
I can do the best that I can. I don't know everything about it because I've only been following it for like a week or two.
Okay.
I did not follow it. I wasn't here on YouTube to follow it, and I heard about it on the news, but I wasn't following it from like this point of view. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so, and can you guys see the missing poster behind her? Sickening. Okay,
Yes,
so
and it's like she's doing it on purpose too.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I said.
It's just like many other cases that the
missing.
criminals try to mock the victims and mock like the media, like haha, I did it, I'm still out here, da da da,
I'm solo. I'm probably not going to be back on today because I've got some stuff to do with my family. I didn't spend that much time with my little girl last night, and so I told her I was going to be done with all this before she got home, and we're going to do some stuff together. So July 27th of 2021 is when he went missing. It was only a 20-minute window of time when it could have happened because something happened. It was between 6:40 and 7 p.m. that they narrowed it down to.
So 20-minute window. So we're talking about this 20-minute window means that this is 20 minutes of non-supervisor, no one supervising him, right?
Right. He was, yeah, that's when he got out of the house and went to go find a friend to play with.
And my question to you, okay, so yeah, because this is tough. We're talking about a beautiful, oh my baby, we're talking about a beautiful child of God, and I know this is sometimes very hard to digest for some people. My whole thing is like everybody is like busy on their own thing at the house, right? And he's old enough to like open the door of his house by himself, right?
I think that they're old enough to do that as young as 2 and 3.
Right.
In fact, here locally, there were siblings that went missing from their home, and they were 2 and 3 years old. And while Mama was taking a nap, they were in there with her. They were all taking a nap together.
Yes.
They got up somehow without waking her up from this nap and got out the front door, and they went into a creek that was nearby and both drowned.
Oh my God.
That afterward was convicted harshly, and she's in jail in Oklahoma. She's in prison because of lack of supervision. You have to make sure that your children don't get out. I totally agree. My own son, my youngest, got out when he was 3. He got out the front door. He heard the ice cream man, and he was like, Mommy, ice cream, and I'm like, oh, no, honey, I don't have any money. Well, we'll do it later. And turned my back to go back to doing the dishes. That's specifically what I was doing. And then about a minute or two later, I heard the front screen door shut, like, ping, and I'm like, what the heck? I turned around, and there was my 3-year-old son running across the yard toward the ice cream truck, waving my debit card. It was hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Hilarious. They can get out. And that with him,
So
He was
understanding the the whole information going back to monkey. So that means that it was 20 minutes that no one had their eyes on him, right?
I'm not really sure on the eyes on thing. I just know that there was 20 minutes time where he couldn't be located. I don't know
Right.
if dad started looking for him like within a minute maybe or 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Somebody in
Yeah.
chat might know.
So and
I
then
mean,
it seems that he
somebody else
went
in
out to
chat
look for a
earlier that
friend, right?
had a lot more information on the early part of the case than I do. I'm coming in where they're finally figuring out what's going on. Where I come in is there was a tip. Her husband was picked up in May. Her husband is Stacy Wondra.
Okay.
He was arrested in May, and apparently he's telling. He told
Mm,
police about this, and they went to the house. They arrested her, had a search warrant, and now they're digging up the yard.
right, right.
Whole team, they live just right down the street.
What's your feeling about all this? Like all this information that you have available. What's your personal belief? I understand that sometimes that's like tough to give, but as far as the information available, uh, what you think it might happen here?
Well, to answer that, I'll tell you about another case that we have here. Another case where a father was asleep and his two children? No, it was one child. One little girl got out while he was sleeping and got in his truck and
Mm.
back out, and she died of heat exhaustion in his truck.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It was horrible. And
Oh my God.
he was also arrested and charged and convicted.
Could you see?
And I totally agree with that.
You
I
see?
agree that parents should be the person who is the parent or the legal guardian is ultimately responsible for keeping the child safe. I totally agree with that. However, as a mother and a grandmother, I also know that these little shits are sneaky. They can get outdoors that we don't think they can get out of. My door, for example, when I just told you the story about my little boy getting out,
Yeah.
I had the bottom lock, the bolt lock, and a top latch on mine. He literally got on the end table next to the window, next to the door, like where you put your keys and stuff. He got up on that, unlatched it. I had the water running in the kitchen, so I couldn't hear him. He unlatched that, got in my purse, and got my debit card. He was only 3 years old because to him that was money, you know.
No.
He understood that meant money, and he went out the door. Now, luckily, I could hear the screen door slam. It was a metal door, and it slammed. Thank God, because he ran out there. He was just in his little training drawers, his little training underwear, and he just went running across the yard. So I caught him, and he got the ice cream from the ice cream truck.
Yes.
And then then I sat him down, and I raised mine very bluntly. I would tell them the real dangers out there without trying to like cushion them from it. I would say things like, if you run out in that street, a car can hit you and it could kill you. It could just like you're gone. That would devastate me.
And you know,
I used a lot of talking with my kids. I talked them to death. I only spanked a few times with mine. And
go ahead.
so, because I believe that kids are smarter than we think they are. They're way smarter than we think they are. They know when we're talking to them. So they're good. You can talk to them. And he never did it again because I literally lectured his little 3-year-old butt off and said spanking his butt off. You know what I mean?
You know what, Crime Sleuth? I totally understand that point of view, though. And, well, again, we parents and you know, but at the same time, we cannot, at least again, you know me, agree to disagree always, and very, very respectfully. I cannot just sit here and kind of like give the cop out to any parent. Okay. Far as like, well, the kids are sneaky and stuff like that, because if you ask me, my kids are not sneakier than me. like you, like no one
Well,
can tell me.
have you
Like
ever
when it
had
comes,
anything like that happen though? Anything at all?
yeah,
Because you will if you haven't yet. You will.
no,
I
we know,
I've had something similar
right?
happen with all three of mine, and I am super observant. To this day, my little girl can tell you that her friends don't really care for me because I'm so up in their face all the time and up in their business. They don't like it. And I watch them on the cameras all the time. We have lots of cameras around our house. And they know when the little light comes on, up, there's your mom again. She's watching
You
us
know,
again.
mommy looking. You know, mommy looking.
I'm always watching. So
Yeah,
I mean, she doesn't even play in the front yard. I don't even allow her to play in the front yard because I know little girls get yanked out of front yards every day.
right.
And I tell her the truth about it. I tell her the God's honest truth about it.
And you see,
You know?
though, talking about that, though,
Don't
like,
tell your kids something that, don't, there's no reason to water it down for children. Tell them the truth. Look, if you do this, this can happen. Do
yes,
not do
yes,
that.
yes. We got to have open conversations with our children about reality. But you see, I wanted to say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Debbie. I wanted to say that I wanted to share with you, and actually, with your community, which you have a beautiful community, and that I appreciate so much. This is why I sometimes I just sit here and watch you talk and watch you explain your case in hand, because you have such a great community and you have such a great poise on everything you do, and I thank you for that. Um, I want to be brief and short. I want to share with you. At night, I don't sleep for one reason, because I want to make sure that while my wife sleeps, I'm up, because my kids are on that age that if both adults are sleeping in the middle of the night, they will get up in the middle of the night and wander around the house. Things could happen while two adults are sleeping and kids are wandering around the house, and it's as simple as that. We cannot sit here and be like, well, kids are smarter than us, because guys, in reality, kids are not smarter than us. If they were smarter than us, they wouldn't be raising us and we wouldn't be raising them.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem. They're not smarter than us, and so they don't have, that frontal lobe's not developed. They tend to work on impulse. I want ice cream, so I'm going to run out there and get it. You know what I mean? They want what they want, and we have to teach them very slowly and patiently self-discipline, because that's the first thing that a child should be taught when they're little is self-discipline.
Right.
Once you get that down, every child, all my kids were very spoiled in many ways, and I was very strict in other ways. So they knew how far they could push me, and they knew all the realities of the world very early. They were very street smart very early because of it.
Yeah, that's why I say that to say this. I say that to say that, it's a lot of things happening to our children's, and it's because parents, like, we could all understand an accident. Believe me, like, we could sit there and break down what is called a real accident, and accidents are accidents, and we cannot call it nothing besides that. But when we, again, I'm being honest, and it's like, people know me for kind of like being tough on parents, and I know that, like, I totally understand sometimes, like, I could sound like a little too tough to parents, but I cannot sit here and spare folks and act like, because again, if I messed up as a parent, I want everybody to light me up. I want you, your community, everybody to light me up. If I ever,
believe me, I think that family right now is going through enough of beating themselves up, and I don't think I don't want to add to that. I want to give them support. Period.
Yeah, no, me neither. Me neither.
They have just suffered. I think a better way to handle this, rather than put any blame on them right now, because I think this is just not the time, and I think they'll come to that on their own. Is
no, it's not compulsion either.
Let's use other examples, is what I'm saying. Rather than them, let's use our own examples from our own life connect it to our own life and use that as an example, like I'm doing, rather
Yes,
than pointing fingers at them. Because believe me, they're going through hell.
no,
And
and I
you
know
can
that. I don't want to point fingers. I
they're
don't want to
not
point
like
fingers.
they're not like Quinton Simon's family. They're not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
no,
They actually give a shit about the child.
definitely, definitely. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to get close to point fingers. That's not really my take. And again, I appreciate your time. Um, it's just I wanna again. I'm not talking about uh, let's say this case, right? Just real quick. Um, I just want to make sure and stress us as parents to do better.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
not talking about this case, not talking about overall any other particular case, but right now I just want to make sure that at least y'all know my point of view. We have laws as a community, as a total strangers. We are literally total strangers within the community, and in the community right now in true crime, we have so many cases open right now. There are nothing but children missing or dead, young teen, young teenagers, young adults that are losing their life. They be missing, and again, it's like you said, we cannot sit here and blame the parents if we don't have final conclusions. We could just have a little opinion about it, but at the same time, we should be respectful about that opinion.
Exactly.
I just wanted to make sure that at least we see here, because again, I appreciate your time, Debbie. You are like one of the best in true crime, and it don't matter about the numbers; it's about the content and what you're saying. And I just want to say you are one of the best content creators in YouTube right now. And I don't want to get fried for that, but in reality, I have to say how I feel it. And I just wanted to sit here and share with you my point of view about it. That right now, us as parents, again, not talking about no case in particular, we should sit down here and look at our children, tell them we love them, and make sure that we follow through with that word, you know.
Right.
And,
Well,
and baby, I appreciate you. Let me step back. I'm gonna let you do your work. I just wanted to make sure that I knew what was like the feeling of the beginning of the case. You already gave me like a great idea of how everything started, and thank you so much. I mean it. Crime Sleuth. I appreciate everything you do for this community and actually what you do for me as a person. Like you actually, when you communicate with me through your emails and we interact and exchange opinions, the respect and sincerity that comes out of you means a lot to me. That's why you see me that it don't matter what is being said out there, I stick with you because I know better. Like it don't matter what nobody says about you. I know the report that I have with you, and I stick with that. And for that and
well,
more,
you know that I've
I
always
thank
come
you.
to you with any concern that I've had. You know, like I had somebody, tell me some stuff about you, and what did I do? I came directly to you instead of spreading
Yes,
it. Right? Oh, I
yes.
heard blah blah blah. I came directly to you, and you cleared it up for me, and I'm happy.
In
That
the
person,
same in the
that
same
person was
you
wrong. It's like
in the
on
same you.
YouTube, people will take one little clip of you that says something. They'll take a little clip. You'll say A, B, and C together, but they'll clip B and they'll put B out, right? So they don't have
Yeah.
A and they don't have C. They don't have the context of everything together. All they have is B. So you look like an asshole because you said B, but they don't understand. You also said A and you said C.
I know.
That's what happened with you. They had this little teeny tiny clip that they sent me, and I was like, I know that's not all he said.
They
So I
made a
went
career out of that though.
and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I
But
totally got
I
it.
just want to make
That's
sure
just
I
how
want to
they
step
are.
down. I wanted to step down from stage because I know everybody want to listen to you and listen what you got to say. But me personal, J Rock on point, Juan Rodriguez, want to let you know that we love you, we appreciate what you do, and I'm always be here for you. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
I
You have a
appreciate you.
good afternoon.
I'll be here on the chat. I want the people to listen to you because you have a great report on this what's going on right now.
Thanks.
Thank you, chat
Thank you and chat.
moderators. You're the best.
All right, so let me just pull up something that I found this morning that you guys will really like. I am going to put me down here. And I found something from Sarah from years ago. Check this out. And before I show this, though, thank you so much for coming up, J-Rod. I really appreciate you. I think the true crime community, some people need to get their heads out of their butts, literally, get over themselves, and just get back to just focusing on our cases. Nothing else matters to me. This is Sarah Wanderer's very old snap wire. And Michelle, you're right. You can't lock up your house like Fort Knox when you leave the room. I can't do that, and I have to sleep at night. But we do have safety things in check. We have alarms on the windows, and I have the doorbell camera on the front and back. So if either door opens after 9 p.m., our phones will alarm. So nobody's sneaking out of here. And there's very strict rules as far as, what she's allowed to do. She can use the microwave, not the stove, that kind of stuff. So anyway, snap wire, I'm not really sure. I know I never had one, but it was a place where you could just put your photos. And I found this. Again, if anybody shares this information that I sleuthed out myself, try not to be lazy. Link back to me, please. Tell them where you found it. Help me out. Be a good person. All right, so this is her old photos. Like car, dog. Let me see if it gives me dates on these. Don't even see a date, do you? It did. Oh, there we go. You got to scroll down. (2018). So it's not too old. 2018. Red vehicle. Okay, I remember what Snapwire is. Snapwire was where you could put your images if you wanted to offer them up for the public to use without royalty. In other words, you're gifting these images to the internet. So you would take a photo and you're like, oh, that's a cool photo. Somebody else could use that for their website or whatever, right? So you'd put this up, and if somebody wanted to use this for a blog or whatever, they could use it. It's like her oldest one was 2018. Royalty-free license. So if you are like me and you do web design, you would take this information, save the link, save this information with the ID to show that this is a royalty-free image. And you can use it however you want. So that's her in 2018. Oop, that way. The navigation's weird. I wonder what happened to this dog. This is not the dog that they currently had. Cat, there's a cat. Here's her and a cat, 2018. So how old would she have been? She looks very young, right? She's 35 years old now. 2017. Dallas Cowboys and Love Only You. That looks like a man's hand, doesn't it? Is that his wedding ring? Oh, yep, it is. Look, it's no, wait. Yeah, that's what this is. That's their wedding rings. That's the engagement band, and then this is the wedding band. Don't know why they're not together. I think this is hers, and this is his. Maybe. I'm not sure. There's no caption, so I don't know. There's that pose again. She likes to do that pose. How about them Cowboys? Oh, is this the same house? Can you guys hear my dogs out there going crazy on something? Can't really tell. There must be a squirrel out there. Are my dogs getting through on audio? I'm so sorry. Kitty cat. A living room. Recessed walls. This is about a 2000 house. That's when they were doing that. And these right here. Yep, this house is about a 2000, built in 2000. That's a pretty photo. Weird, huh? So that's some of her old photos. I don't see anything personal though, you know? Is this like her parents' house or something? It looks like an older person's house. This does not look like a young person's house, I don't think. I'm not sure. Could be. Look over here. Photo over here, but I can't make it out. Yeah, I don't think this is a young person's house at all. Anyway, so there's kind of disturbing. All right, so there's that. Let me look over here. I already showed you guys her new Facebook, correct? Her last post was on Halloween. And I'm surprised that not many people have posted on it because it's public. You could post on there if you wanted to. And a lot of people have. on a lot of her posts. A lot of ugly stuff. This one's, God is good, stay encouraged as the Lord will never give up on you. And somebody says, you're going to prison. Her last one, Jesus loves all people. And somebody replied, not pedophiles or murderers. So you could go here. She was changing her name back to Ramsey because she was going through the divorce that was just filed. And yeah, this is the one where when you go to photos and you go all the way down to the bottom, so bizarre. Check this out. Tell me what you think. So she starts with her little logo, and then there's a meme, a couple of photos, long letters she wrote. Huh. Yeah. So her maiden name is Sparks, y'all. Sparks. Sparks. No. Nope. Correcting myself really quick. She's calling herself Sarah Sparks to be. I just saw the to be. So this was a letter, a poem or something that she wrote to a boyfriend, J.R. Sparks, in 2019. How weird is that? Hey, hi, Blind Fury. I watched him wake up. Hang on. How you doing, Blind Furry? I listened to you on oh my word, Everyday Shenanigans. I listened to you on there. You did good. That was awesome. $11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on March 12, 2019. It's long. Ugh. Stroke of his hand holds my heart. It will shatter if he's not with me. Blah, blah, blah. Long love letter. I love this love of mine. Every day my heart and his will always entwine. And she signs it, Sarah Sparks to be, dedicated to J.R. Sparks. You go this way. Okay. A loving heart cannot help but be fulfilled. Hold on. My little girl just come barreling in here, and it's my fault. I had put a little bowl of doggy food in here because my puppies were in here with me today. Now they're outside barking at God knows what, but she just came barreling in here after school and just knocked the bowl. And they use the little teeny tiny dog food pieces. So now I've got about 500 things of teeny tiny dog food all over the floor that I get to clean up. Okay, what is this? What? Look at there. There's her adoption papers. She put them online. Weird, huh? She was adopted in 1997 when she was 2 years old. No, she wasn't 2. Hang on. 16, 1997? But, see, this says 1997, but this over here says 20. See, that's her birthday. February 21st, 1987. So, you know, I gotta turn my head sideways so I can read this thing. Let's tell you what I think it is. Does anybody understand this? Well, I mean, I know she's adopted. I knew she was adopted, but I thought she was adopted when she was like 4. But this says October 1997. Is 1997 that far ago? I mean, because she's 35. She's oldest than Sarah was adopted when she was little. Her mother gave her up. But I thought she was 4. I'll have to do the math. I mean, it looks like her adoption papers, but she was 10. I know the other people have been saying that she was, what's her middle name? Did she have a child and name it after her? Name her after her, you know what I mean? Let me go look at her court documents and see. So I thought her middle name was something. This is Sarah Ann. Huh? Middle name A. This is new. That wasn't there yesterday. Okay. Is this her or? Yeah, it would have made her 10, but I thought that everybody else I've been hearing talk about this case said that she was 4. That's what's weird. Because, yeah, that would have been, she's born in 87, the year I got my first driver's license and my first car. You guys, my very first car, you might like this, was a 1969 Roadrunner Super Bee, orange and black. And it was badass. It was a 483 Hemi. And yes, I drove with the boys. We did quarter mile racing. That's how I rolled. Yeah, 87 was the year I got my driver's license and my first car. I was into all the Mopar cars. And I loved driving. I still do. Love driving. I'm going to save this. Huh. Okay. I didn't even see that earlier when I was in here. Looks like she put up some of her old kid stuff. Yep, my handprint when I was little. In 92. Aw. Here I was thinking that was some sort of something else. My dogs are going crazy out there. Okay. Maybe, yeah, she could have just went into foster care at that time. Your first car was 91 Metro Giro. Oh, yeah. I remember those. Geo Metro. Yep, I love my Roadrunner. It had the horn that went meep meep. Only it was more like meep meep. Okay. Maybe she went into foster care at that age because everybody's been saying she was 4. But not adopted till she was 10. So, yeah, she could have spent some time in the system. I don't know what that says. September 16th of what year? 2022. So she wanted to preserve that for some reason. I know there has to be some reason. Oh, that's an old account. Hold on. Nope, that's her TikTok. Okay. All religious stuff, all the way up. Then she wrote some handwritten stuff. She had a hard life, didn't she? Oh, when did she put that up? Oh, my word. God has made you a victor, not a victim. Well, there's a victim buried in her yard, y'all. That just this kind of stuff. Oh, hang on. Can you believe that? Ugh, that makes me sick. So that was the last thing that she posted. Okay, let me see what else. Stacy stuff. I don't need to put any more articles up. We've already done that. I even put some couple of funny videos and some puppy pictures and things like that in here in case I needed a mental cleansing for a moment, but I've been all right. Okay. I think I put this one up. I think this is the one I need to mute right away, maybe. KJ Rod, I'm going to put this link right here in chat. This will catch you up really well. Anybody who hasn't followed the case from day one, this one gives a really great recap of the whole case. Hi, Tracy. I know. I don't think anybody's gotten notifications. Because I normally have, 100 or so. I mean, I know that's still not, a lot, but it's a lot more than this. I know. Wait. I don't know what that last thing is. It just from chat. The one that right here says blonde eyes, blue hair. I have no idea what that is. I didn't say and type that. If it came in separate, strange. Ah, sweet boy. My oldest son, who's 31, he's 31. He has blonde hair and blue eyes. So this gives a whole recap. It links to go down here to the bottom link, J-Rod. And that's where you start at the beginning. And I like the way that this website did it. They started here currently with everything going on now and then worked their way backwards rather than the way others do it, where they start at the beginning and they recap before they even tell you what they're going to tell you. I hate having to skim past all of the old stuff to look at what's happening right now. This one does it very nicely. So just the update right away. I really like that. So this is where I came in when they started following it. Well, no, it was before that. It hasn't been just 2 days, but it was, when that kind of stuff started happening and I started hearing about it on YouTube. Law and Crime had something here. Yeah, here's the other one. This one has a photo of her with the pink robe in front of the missing poster. I gotta wait for the page to load. So this is her, J-Rod. Anybody else? And that one. Man, oh man. It's kind of like her videos that are in the kitchen. It's almost like she's looking at the selfie camera, and talking to him. You know what I mean? It's like she makes sure that that's in her viewfinder. Especially in this video. She keeps moving around to make sure that you can see it right over her shoulder. Ugh. Terrible. I think I showed you guys this one, didn't I? That's the actual statute that she's charged under, the Idaho statute. And imprisonment for a term not to exceed 10 years and a fine not to exceed $50,000. So, I mean, if you have 10 years to spare and 50 grand, you can hide a body. Terrible. All right. Oh, and if you want to keep up to date pretty well on the case, this is the lady I've been watching. Follow her. I don't follow anybody on my TikTok account because I kind of keep it private. Let's see. So there's 2 YouTube channels. I looked around, a whole bunch of them have compilations of her TikToks and photos. The 2 best that I found are here. This one's called The Exposure Arena. And they only have 28 views on this. But this is a really good video. You should check it out. This has got a good compilation of some of her TikToks. And then the other one that I found is one of my favorite channels. It is Evil Exists with an underscore between evil and exists. And this is a really good job they did on him and all the information. They did like a recap here of the case, and then they showed a bunch of her TikToks. So you can check that out. These 2. Yeah, that's the same one I just had. That's the ABC one. And here's another good one. I'm going to put this one in chat as well. Good information on this one too, on the case. They did a good job on this article. That helped me a lot. That article right there, I really liked it. And that's it on his case. I would like to move to the Debbie Collier case for a minute. Let's see. All right, here's Debbie's notes. Debbie Collier's case has bothered me since day one. I've followed it since day one. This one is a very sad case. So she went missing, and she was only missing for one day when they found her, but the circumstances in which they found her are awful. She was literally found, and I'll go down here, scroll easy. This is the only copy that they would give. Let me see which one I checked. Did investigation indicate that the incident was drug related? At that time, they hit yes. They haven't unchecked that. At the time, they believed that this was homicide and of a very personal nature. She was found in the woods, right off of the highway and right next to a drug rehab facility. She was just a few feet off of the path. There are many opinions as to what happened to her. I have my own. And mine hasn't changed from day one based on what I've seen and how I've dug into the case. I believe it was an accident due to either accidental, I don't know what she was doing. Of course, nobody knows what she was doing, but I'll show you a couple of photos that I have here. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to do that. Let me show you the other pages of the police report real quick first. So this is a lengthy police report. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. So she was found on the 11th. She was a missing person. Car was there. I'm trying to get to the information on. I think it's not actually on the third page. Her daughter, Amanda Bearden, showed up on scene in a hysterical state. Bearden advised Sergeant Neil Ann Foster that her mother did not have any history of any mental health issues and denied any suicidal tendencies. She also stated that her mother had a bad back and couldn't have walked far. Her story now, guys, completely different. That's pretty different, isn't it? Is my audio okay now, Tracy? She went from definitely somebody killed her. She believed the police too, to now she's running this story. This is her version. Completely different from what she told the police. All of her stuff has been really weird from day one. Oh, if I had more time, I think my next live is going to be dedicated just to Debbie Collier. I really care about this woman. I think she was a very good and loving mother. And I think that certain people in her family have been kind of railroading this and using a YouTube channel to spread misinformation. Yeah, exactly. So I want to deep dive into this a little bit more because you can't just go from, let me close these out here. She refuses to talk to the police now. She has not cooperated with the police. People will tell you that she has, but she has not. I know sometimes if you have too many tabs open, it's going to make your stuff start acting weird. You guys can go look at his TikTok if you want. I don't want to. Oh, I was going to show you the first one. I'm sorry. Let me do one more thing on the Vaughan case before I move. His very first, I'm not going to pull it up because it's gross. I'm sure you've seen it. Where's the one of him on the bed? Here it is.
Babe, what did you say?
I feel exfoliated.
Exfoliating is exfoliating your skin.
Oh.
July 29th. The day after. He had apparently just had a shower was talking about how he felt exfoliated. Weird.
Babe, what'd you say?
I feel exfoliated.
Exfoliating is exfoliating your skin.
Oh, well, I feel infoliated.
There's no such thing as infoliated.
There is now, because I just made that shit up.
Babe, what'd you say?
I feel
And the day of, if you listen carefully, right at the end of this one, right about here, I think she says it's right there or right there. Listen carefully. I'm going to turn it all the way up. This is the day that he went missing. According to other people who have examined this video, they determined that they were they were heading home. They were going back toward Fruitland. Can you make out what she says right at the end there? Does she say pull up here or pull off here? Something here. Anyway, they were going home. So this one, but where's I think it's on her TikTok, isn't it? This is his TikTok. She put this video on his TikTok and then the one from like the next day. Right after this video on her TikTok, there's another one that's them supposedly stuck somewhere. Did I put that screenshot in here? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I looked at all these. I do have a screenshot of it, but not readily available. I'll have to look through. I try to keep everything pretty organized, but I don't see it right here. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. But right after this video, she says something here on the end. I don't know what she says, but and then after that, here's a view of the yard. August 8th. This is the fence that's now down. This is the side window that you can see that faces the street. And this is the corner. So this is the corner right there, like that. The shed is right over here. Little over right here. I just can't believe they posted a video knowing what was right outside, you know? That's a good idea. I will try that, Marlena. Yeah, I'll dig into that a little more. We don't need to do an 8-hour live on it though. Or I would. I haven't watched this one. August 9th, 2021. Cats like to lick each other. So I think this is the day that everything changed for these two. I personally, I didn't get to share my theory, But I personally think that they got home late, and let me see something here. I believe let me check her Facebook. So I know it's on a TikTok, but no, I don't see it here. There's a photo of their vehicle, and it's at night, and you can see the headlights. I posted it. I put it up in the view yesterday, so it should have been in this folder. But it's not. Well, they got stuck somewhere. She said that they were stuck in the mud. And it was shortly after this when it got dark. So it was dark when they got home. The times don't quite add up, though. That's what I don't, because I'm like, it's got to add up for me to be able to put it out as a theory, and it doesn't quite add up. So maybe not. There was somebody that came on yesterday and had some information about a neighbor who said that they saw her outside. That hasn't been confirmed. That they saw her outside with a shovel. Yes, you can. All right. So the end of Vaughan. I don't know why. I mean, it's in here. I think I closed it, didn't I? Trying to make room in the closed stuff. My little girl's going to clean up this doggy food that got spilled. So I'm going to leave myself muted for just a minute, okay? And I'm just going to look through stuff on the screen. So this is the latest as of today. They're just still looking, still digging back there. Okay, yeah, no, there's, just in case you're wondering, there's no audio on that because the news stations will strike you. There's the house. They have everything blocked off still, which is really good. So that window where the cats were and stuff is right here. If the shed is right behind that truck. I don't know if they've got it. Yeah. See the shed right there? The little white gray shed is right there. And you can see that they're concentrating. They've been concentrating on this area over here is where they started. That's closest to right here. And this is the window behind this vehicle is where the videos are from the inside the house, looking out straight to the white fence. So the shed would be to the right from the inside view. Just awful. All right, guys. My girl is home, so I've got to wrap this up. Let's see here. I don't know what that was. I want to make sure I don't miss anything important here. I have several alerts on Google that let me know when something on any of my cases pops up as a new thing. So I always listen for that particular sound. But for some reason, the Debbie Collier one has been not acting correctly. Well, it's been giving me alerts on things that are completely irrelevant to Debbie Collier. So yeah, that's not anything. So yeah, no news yet on the little boy. I just searched all of the website that was on my other screen, pulling up stuff, and still nothing new as of today. Let's see. Yep, nothing new. Another day has gone by, and still don't know. I'm going to save my Debbie Collier stuff for either later or tomorrow because I do have a lot on that one. I've really been following that one closer than any of the others other than Kylie Rodney. I can tell you anything about Kylie Rodney's stuff, and I can probably tell you anything about Debbie Collier's case. So I found 3 new things. Yeah. 3 updates on that one that I haven't put out yet. Let's see. So I'm going to save this for the next one. Let me see if I've left anything out. Nope, I got everything. I use literal check marks on paper when I'm going to bring up during my lives, and I just check them off as I go. It makes it really easy for me to keep up with everything that I've covered on a live. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get out of here and go spend some time with my little girl. And then I'll be back on, probably not tonight. She wants some attention. She wants to play Monopoly or whatever, you know. So I'm going to go give her lots of attention, and I will be back on tomorrow. I am finishing up 2 videos as well. So after she goes to bed, I'll work on those. And I'll try to get them up tonight, if not first thing in the morning. So I will see you guys. One of them's on Debbie Collier. And then the other one is kind of just case updates on all this stuff that I've been showing, but in a little bit of a different format for video rather than like this. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm just getting the hang of all of this stuff. I really appreciate you guys. You're always so patient with me, and I really appreciate you. Even when I have to mute real quick or whatever I need to do, you guys have always been very kind. I've seen other people in their lives, their subscribers be very rude to them, literally tell them, why can't you do that right? Or, I've never had anybody in here say anything like that to me, so I appreciate it. Do not forget, please go to the community page. When you leave here, take just a second and go vote on a name for Nick and his team. That contest is going to be up on the 20th. Please go put in your votes. And then I'm going to send those over to Nick. And then it'll take me a day or two to get all the information together. And then the winner is going to get a really cool prize. So, and then please don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you all. Have a good evening. Stay safe. And spend some time with your babies and your honeys, all that good stuff. And I will leave you with one of my favorite singers. He don't mind if you share his stuff. This guy's Cooper Allen. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's awesome. He takes pop songs, different genres of songs, and he turns them into country song remixes on the fly. Like this is stuff that he's just coming up with off the top of his head. I love it. I'm going to play this. It's only 2 minutes, and then I will be out of here. So let's enjoy this real quick. I like to end on a nice positive note, Remember to keep praying for Michael and his family and for baby Quinton. I will see you later.
Whole song?
Only. Hey, I want you to make It Wasn't Me country, but I want you to do the entire song.
Whole song?
Only if you can, of course.
Hey. Honey came in and she caught me red-handed with a girl from the farm down the road. Picture this, we were jumping in the creek after we taken off our clothes. How could I forget how fast word travels in a town this small? Yeah, her mama's friends probably saw the new girl in my car down at the strip mall. How did you think nobody gonna know? They pray every Sunday in the same church row. Passing the aisle at the grocery store. Should've gone over a county or more. Gotta watch her back, cause you better bet she gonna come at you like a powder and lead. Maybe take a Louisville slug into your head. Put you on the cover of the Main Street Gazette. Then she caught me on the barn floor. In the bed of my old boat.
It wasn't me.
Making out on the front porch.
It wasn't me.
Skinny dipping by the lake shore.
It wasn't me.
Making bacon in the kitchen.
It wasn't me.
Eating my mama's biscuits.
It wasn't me.
Climbing up the water tower.
It wasn't me.
She stayed until it was over. Honey came in and she caught me red-handed with a girl from the farm down the road. She saw my face, we were rolling in the hay, and she stayed till the rooster crowed. Yeah, it's like I had those Friday night lights just shining right down on me. Yeah, she even knew I took the new girl to our corner booth. She saw the receipts. I'm sitting here listening, I don't understand. Her dad was gonna hand you the deed to his land. Now he's cleaning out a shotgun in the woodshed. Heard this story before, boy, you're dead. A mama that she went to your rival school. Would cheer in the stands when your team would lose. Can't even name a single George Strait tune. Went to the prom with your cousin Drew.
Oh.
Then she called me on the John Deere.
It wasn't me.
Sipping homemade root beer.
It wasn't me.
Kissing under the bleachers.
It wasn't me.
She had my shirt and my sneakers.
It wasn't me.
Cause her name in the oak tree.
It wasn't me.
Sunday brunch with her family.
It wasn't me.
Climbing up the water tower.
It wasn't me.
She stayed until it was over. Tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. Yeah, I hope her daddy keeps me in the will to his farm.
Okay.
Okay. I love him. Pull him up. Okay, guys, because he's great. He doesn't mind if you share his stuff. He's said that many, many times. He doesn't mind. So pull him up, check him out. He's hilarious. He's very, very talented, wonderful country singer. I like all genres, by the way. I mean, you can look at look. I like everything. All my stuff is always music. I'm always listening to music. My favorite is, of course, 80s, because that's when I was a teenager. But we tend to like our teenage music the best forever. But yeah. Love me some Janet Jackson. She's my girl. Anyway, I will play my outro and I'll be out of here. Again, love you guys. Appreciate you very, very much. Please like and share my videos. You will help me a lot. I really appreciate you.
All statements are theories and opinion, with a little bit of speculation. They are based off of facts obtained from reliable sources, also obtained from records off the internet, or some shit like that. Sounds great, right?